Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r/slash Tales from Your Server. In today's episode, unbelievable behavior from owner. I'm a hostess at a NYC restaurant getting yelled at and attacked by tourists about masks and vaccines. It's a citywide mandate. Some managers need to learn how to say no. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. Unbelievable behavior from owner. I work at a local brewery spot, and while I wasn't working yesterday, I got to hear about what happened from both staff and managers. Okay, so yesterday one of the restaurant's best and most veteran servers was serving on the dog-friendly patio out front. It was pretty busy, so things were moving fast. Apparently what happened was he turned away from a table, and one of the dogs decided that it didn't like that and attacked him. He got bit a couple times in the calf. Lots of blood. One of our managers had to drive him to urgent care where he got over 30 stitches. In my opinion, the correct course of action at this time is to kick those people and their dog off the property immediately. A dangerous dog like that has no place in a crowded patio full of people, especially after it has attacked and drawn blood from one of the staff members. What instead happened is this: the owner was there that day, and when he realized what happened, his response was to apologize to the table, buy them new beers, got them a new server, and allowed them to stay and finish their meal. King believable. What better way to show your employees how little they matter to you? It was just so backwards. Like it was a workplace injury, which he as the owner has to pay for. Why is he accommodating them? What are they gonna do? Leave a bad review about how their dog attacked staff and they were kicked out? They're lucky the server didn't press charges or want their dog put down. Imagine if the dog had attacked another guest after the incident. The restaurant would soon be under new ownership after your boss gets sued all to hell for negligence. The owner is a moron. Yeah. As a guest, I'd have a thing or two to say about it. I wonder how the dog owners reacted. Or attached a child's face. This could have been much worse. The owners should have known better. I've had plenty of dogs, and you know when one has a short fuse. I'm positive that wasn't the first time the dog had made an aggressive move or bit a person. I was gonna say the same as your last line. Not that I advocate for this, but currently the law is written that if someone presses charges for a dog bite, 9 times out of 10, they have to put the dog down. Those guests were very lucky, and should think twice before bringing a non-fully trained animal into a place of busyness of any kind. If I was the server, after paying for 30 stitches in the USA, you bet I'm pressing charges. If you sue for an injury from a dog bite, I think you have to quarantine the dog for 14 days, and then pay a fine for owning a dangerous animal. I don't think they're that quick to put them down. I watch a lot of Judge Judy, and it's like 60% dog bite cases, lol. Pressing criminal charges is a different story. Yeah, they might put the dog down in that case. Insane. Our patio was dog-friendly for 5 years until a staff member was bitten in the face by a dog when she leaned down to place a bowl of water on the ground for it. The next day we switched to service dogs only. The end. The employee needs to have a one-on-one chat with management. If nothing changes, put this story on social media and name names. Public shaming is your friend here. You and the server might get fired. But you might not. Nope. Nope. I love the puppers, but I'd severely sue that owner. And if not immediately told to pay and leave with information, the employer is also at fault. Missed wages, future decreased earnings, deformity, future life impact like unable to run a race. This will be headed to court. It's a lot more involved than just paying the urgent care. If the server hasn't seen a lawyer yet, he needs to do so. As soon as his leg starts swelling when he has to work a long shift, employer won't be offering to pay him to put his foot up. So yeah, lawyer is needed. Soon. The owner should have just kicked the table out and told them their dogs were permanently banned, and that if they returned with dogs the customers, would be permanently banned. Then the owner should have contacted the employee who was attacked and offered him 2 weeks off with pay. And by pay I mean his average take-home including tips. Since that is never going to happen, the owner should apologize to the server and make it clear to everyone that going forward uncontrolled dogs and their owners will be asked to leave immediately. Both of you should quit TBH. If my boss acted that way after I got my leg ripped open and needed 30 stitches, I would quit and sue him and the sh*TTY dog owners. How did those people even think they deserved to stay there and get free stuff after their untrained violent dog attacked an employee? He should also make a police report. That dog is clearly dangerous and could kill somebody, but the owners don't care. What if it attacks a 4-year-old next time? Wow, that's not proper for the restaurant at all, the time's taken into consideration. If that happened to me, I'd press charges. I'm a hostess at a NYC restaurant getting yelled at and attacked by tourists about masks and vaccines. It's a citywide mandate. I've been helping out at a family friend's restaurant. I have a 9-to-5 job, and then I get to the restaurant around 6, when restaurant foot traffic starts picking up. Every day, there is at least one customer who throws a tantrum about how they can't sit inside if they're not vaccinated. I can almost predict the troublemakers at this point. They are tourists 9 out of 10 times, and they have started leaving negative Yelp reviews blaming the owner. It is a NYC mandate. Citywide. By the way, we have a heated outdoor space where they're free to sit, and plenty of people sit there, but they feel entitled to sit indoors. They know NYC is stricter about masks and vaccines. So they refuse to get vaccinated and hate our policies, yet they come all the way here so they can lose their sh*T about not being able to go to most attractions or restaurants. Makes no sense to me. I'm so fed up at this point. I'm a 5 feet 2 inches woman and I've had tourists spit on me, throw things, damage property, make physical threats, yell at the top of their lungs like a child, make racist comments, and so much other nonsense. Most of the staff are college students and young people just trying to pay off student loans. Last night, we had a guy throw a chair at waiter Dave. Dave asked him to put on a mask while in line for the restroom, and this hillbilly's natural reaction was to throw a chair, which hit Dave in the ribs, and we ended up calling the police on this guy because he wouldn't calm down. Of course, the police showed up an hour after that group left. Anyways, please be nice to restaurant staff. We go through a lot. P.S. I'm not trying to start a vaccine debate. I'm vaccinated and I wish everyone would get vaccinated, but I also really do not care what you do with yourself. By 6 p.m., I'm so tired after work that I mainly roll my eyes at these people. I'm so sorry people are treating you this way. You don't deserve it. For the record, I foster dogs and love them very much. I do kick morons in my free time. It is what it is. You need security at the door. Every restaurant in the city does. Nah, just hire old-school military people to stand at the door and verbally dress down these clowns like our Lee Ermey in Full Metal Jacket. I think once in a while when it is warranted, play the fragile flower card and just cry. Sob openly right in front of them about how everyone is so mean to you, and you don't make the rules, and how hard it is to come to work every day. Dump all of your emotion and stress right onto their lap and stand there right in front of them and ham it up. Make it loud enough so everyone around knows they made you cry and they are horrible monsters for it. Very few people can stay on the whole train after that. For huge bonus points with your other tables, just the best ones, wink at them as soon as these monster people have turned away. Let them be in on the act. To be honest, these people seem the type that would enjoy making you cry. Didn't you know? You, personally, passed this policy just to inconvenience Billy Bob from Mississippi in particular. You monster. Hang in there, lady. It's hard out there right now, especially for hosts. I live in Alabama. I would bet at least some of them are from here. I apologize on their behalf. They can afford to go to NYC? Pepper spray them if they attack you. Yes. My sister works in a hotel, and I bought her pepper spray for Christmas. Also, isn't spitting considered assault? During a pandemic, it should carry even higher consequences. Get the gel kind. I had to pepper spray guests in a restaurant who were beating the hell out each other. And I had to evacuate the building. Took 2 phone calls to the police in 20 minutes. They are a half a mile away from the building. Once they showed up, they never came inside. Everyone was okay. Guess who got promoted to guest? This Guyi. So, I was out the other night and a hostess very calmly said, "Sir, I have no control over these rules. My job is to ask you to follow them or leave. Please don't expect me to risk losing my job, because you're being mildly inconvenienced." One couple put their masks on, set the F*CK down, and shut the F*CK up. The other couple left. Nobody apologized like they should have, but not another word was said to this awesome hostess. People are touring America without vaccines? Yikes. The concept of having to show proof of vaccination is being called discrimination. There are anti-vaxxers that are wearing yellow stars saying that this is like Nazi Germany. Hella faux pundit just called Dr. Fauci a Nazi today. OF*CK yeah. The state-to-state thing and no federal mandate makes it the literal Wild West. Restaurants and other service-based industries have created these monsters by putting the customer's wants and needs above everything else. We cannot allow businesses to pander to these lunatics any longer. So much this. I really thought restaurants/retail establishments would do kind of a reboot when dealing with problematic customers after being allowed to reopen. I was really wrong. Sad face. We're back to a mask mandate here. I've landed on 2 surefire responses to minimize bullsh*T when someone gives any pushback to being told to mask up. If you're trying to submit feedback to the health department, you have the wrong address. And this time last year, bars and dining rooms were closed entirely. Let's be thankful we're here at all. That said, ours is a mask mandate without any capacity limitations, distance requirements, employee symptom checks, any of the other presumably necessary precautions. It's frankly not enough to matter. I don't care. I'm not paid to debate policy, mask up, or F*CK off. Some managers need to learn how to say no. Tell me why this big as rude ASF party had their $300 bill comped to $46. First they were 1 hour and 45 minutes late for their reservation. Then the complaints about everything started. Then they proceeded to endlessly bug and verbally harass other servers that were passing by and attending to their own tables. I just knew, anyone would know, that these F***ers were going to cause problems. I was cut at 8 p.m. and left the restaurant at 11, even though it was slow, so that my manager could attend to this party that 1000% was intending to scam the restaurant. The server did not get a tip from these nasty F***ers either, and he was skipped in the rotation. BC he took this nasty, ugly party. He's the best server in the building. They left a huge F***king mess OFC. Almost all of the food they ordered was on the floor. Entrees that were 75% eaten were sent back, because they were not cooked enough. Their ugly as Satan spawn of children were screaming and crying the whole time. They kept coming up to the bar for drinks they did not order. The ringleader, a hybrid of Quasimodo and knockoff Eminem, was bending over, and had his whole butt crack showing, and this was visible to other tables while they were eating. I was waiting for this manager to approve my checkout, and they were sitting down with the clowns laughing and chatting, after telling me they'd help me do it in a moment. What irks me is the fact that this manager was talking mad sh*T in the kitchen, but was ultimately spineless, and an enabler, and then F***ked with my money by cutting me, and then proceeding to keep me there for hours to witness this sh*, though. They even forced a server who dropped food off to apologize to the table because they claimed that she slammed their plate so they didn't want their entree anymore. They left their baby's feeding bottle full of milk, and it looked important/expensive, so I just chucked it into the garbage. When your manager crosses that line, they are no longer your boss, they are enablers and selfish. You were cut but they kept you for 3 more hours? With no tips. Isn't it illegal to require a tipped employee to spend more than 25% of their shift doing untipped work? Yup. I would not bet on coming across a judge or arbitrator that considered you sitting around to be work though. I wouldn't expect them to really give a sh*t at all, except maybe if I'm not clearing the min wage requirement for hours worked in the pay period. I'd be making a lot of noise about it though. Hell, I'd probably hit the point of fed up and willing to be obnoxious to his bosses by the 30-minute mark. Was 20% over a pay period, but Trump and cronies pushed through a removal of that limit. Your manager is not a manager. I'm assuming you work at some type of chain, or the world's worst small business if a manager can comp a bill to $46. You have a few options here. Grow the spine your manager didn't have for the table, and let them know that you are not okay with being cut at 8, but not being allowed to leave until after 11. This manager will 100% try to say they were busy with the table, and this is to be expected in the restaurant business. No, it's not. 15 to 20 minutes, fine, maybe. But 3 hours? Go to your boss's boss and let them know you will never be staying 3 hours after your cut ever again. Let them also know that your manager caved into these people who were clearly trying to scam the restaurant and shouldn't have even been allowed to sit after showing up late and didn't tip your best server. If either of these two things are met negatively, it's time to find a new place to work. Don't even give them notice, just don't show up. I would even be tempted to contact your local news station and let them know that XYZ restaurant is keeping you for 3+ hours, unpaid, in this economy. I'm sure they would love to run a story on your story. And they were sitting down with the clowns laughing and chatting. $5 says they know each other. Check your manager's FB profile's friends list and see if any of the sh* stains look familiar. Then escalate to the owner, as this is just theft with extra steps. Sounds like the manager knew them. It's pretty rare for a manager to sit down at a table and joke around with customers like that, and then to comp them from $300 to $46 is a bit extreme. You are such an incredible creative writer. OMG, this entire post played like a movie in my head. Your manager is piece of sh*t and so was the table. Enabling these kinds of customers just makes them worse in the future, and is not the way you want to do business. Why bend over backwards to keep difficult customers who you have to comp and lose money on? It's more worth it to get them to never come back to improve both your life, your employees' lives, and the other, good, customers' lives. I just scrolled past an article about the rise in airplane violence. First thing I thought of was the way we've enabled ***s in restaurants. And pretty much every other form of retail. No wonder it's spilling over into air travel. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.